get ready loud and dive into the juiciest drama on the airwaves. Introducing the Real Housewives of Reality podcast, where the real talk gets real hilarious. Join our hosts as they take you on a wild ride through the glamorous world of the Real Housewives franchise and beyond. These witty commentators are serving up hot takes, spicy recaps, and side-splitting commentary that's internationally tolerated. But it's not just about recaps. Strap in for live watches where our hosts react in real time to the jaw-dropping moments that leave us all asking, did that just happen? Subscribe now on your favorite podcast platform. Take it from me, a computer-animated voice program that is narrating this commercial. You're going to really love or hate this show. Bye!
If nothing else, I hope there's a special spot in hell for Vince McMahon for what happened.
I will never forgive your mother for giving birth to you.
What kind of mayor calls a kid a fat ass? Come on, man.
This is why we're here tonight. It's real. This is why we all came together. Bro, I need you to realize what we going on. You gotta testify and let me swear my wits out.
A long way to go to make it, praying for a miracle. I've been grinding for all of my life just to find me again.
Gotta testify and let me swear my wits out.
A long way to go to make it, praying for a miracle. I've been grinding for all of my life just to find me again.
Gotta testify and let me swear my wits out.
Pitted against those that test my fate, dumb. Feeling numb and I pick up a drug. And speaking of drugs, let me fill up your glasses. Watching the world spin, how long it lasts. Life ain't sex and it ain't weed. It ain't about to check this guy's plan, it ain't me. And I'ma follow it radiating like speed. Or the way that God's gates are full honesty. Modesty, got me living life like a musical odyssey. Prodigy, possibly, he playing all the odds of me. I almost got shot in them robberies. 9 months later than BZ did. You even took away one of JG's kids. Shed a little light that you got to give. Cause I'm wondering how you let me live. I got
a long way to go to make it, praying for a miracle. I've been grinding for all of my life just to find me again.
Gotta testify and let me swear my wits out.
A long way to go to make it, praying for a miracle. I've been grinding for all of my life just to find me again.
Gotta testify and let me swear my wits
I
out.
sent him on saints, look it up in the face some. Weaking the thorns and I'm speaking in tongues. And speaking of tongues, let me take off my glasses. Sipping on a bottle made of platinum molasses. Rocking the world and I could offer the axes. Practice a madness, judgment, imagine. If you had a hand for help, but them cards you dealt. Said a man up and do it yourself. I took time with a rhyme and a dime to sell. The design is felt like a Mona Lisa. Recently, decency was easily confused for weakness. He preaches through telekinesis. Knees is weak when I speak up. Then astral projected right through your speakers. He is the man amongst men, but still I got
a long way to go to make it, praying for a miracle. I've been grinding for all of my life just to find me again.
Gotta testify and let me swear
wins I.
Ejector systems are offline.
Number one. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
No Outlet Live with your favorite hosts on the North Coast, Jeremy Tomesek and Jarrod Stover. The road to boredom ends here.
No outlet, but I need to charge my phone.
No Outlet Live.
Welcome back to a whole nother great episode of No Outlet Live, the best the best live podcast you will find broadcasted on the internet. You could call us at 216-647-0064 or leave us a voicemail. If you leave us a voicemail, we'll play it, we'll reiterate, and we will also do a little commentary. I am joined by my boy, Jarrod.
What's up, man?
What is going on, my brother?
We're about to find out, right? So you got a lot of good shit coming up.
So I actually do, and I've been thinking about a lot of things. One in particular we had brought up at the beginning of the show. If anybody watches the beginning of the commercials and the intro or whatnot, there was AI involved in taking my first co-host's face and putting him, generating him into a WWF clip. And I've been just kind of wild about AI lately.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think everybody is, because it's crazy how far AI is coming so fast. Like, we're about to be tricked soon, like just living in a matrix, I feel like.
Well, I got the app, ChatGPT, on my phone. I have used it previously. When it first blew up, I grabbed it on my computer and I used it as the website. But I had just gotten the app, and this thing, it does remarkable stuff. I mean,
I've heard, man.
ChatGPT will do the work of a team.
Yeah.
In the matter of seconds.
As long as you're asking it the right shit, you know, because, like, if you say something basic, it'll give you a basic answer. You have to be very, like, you know, meticulous about the way you word things, I feel like, to get a good answer.
So pretty soon here, I'm about to be updating the ad that we have. I've had an ad on this show for 2 years. It was the first one that I built while I was at media school, but I actually had the script written by ChatGPT, and what I typed into it was specific but kind of vague, and it nailed it on the head.
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't believe.
So maybe you're speaking its language, you know?
Well, because you got to be a little descriptive.
I feel like very descriptive, or else it'll miss a step somewhere.
It's not very descriptive, because you can ask it anything and it will give you the answer, as long as it's not inappropriate or vulgar.
Oh, gotcha.
So, like,
what fun is that?
I asked it. I've been working on a couple of projects for the past couple of weeks. I want to update a couple of things, and I asked it for inappropriate dad jokes. It wouldn't give me an answer for just asking for an inappropriate dad joke.
Not even just as long as it's inappropriate. It doesn't have to really be inappropriate. Like, inappropriate dad jokes, I think, are okay for ChatGPT.
That's a very open question, isn't it?
Right.
So I was thinking, like, maybe it would feed me something that was bordering home improvement, and then bordering No Outlet Live.
Okay, whatever that means, I guess.
Well, No Outlet Live, we kind of say whatever we want after 10 minutes has passed by on YouTube.
True.
But yeah, I was like, I was feeling it out and trying to feel what would Chat GPT really do for me. And what I realized is if I asked it for a very specific task, it will actually do it in seconds, and it'll do it better than I would do without a team, I guess I would say.
Right.
Because when it comes to like radio broadcasting or television, you really need a team. You need a production team.
True.
With ChatGPT, it's going to erase that, and I think that's what the writer's strike was about.
Yeah, definitely, because they don't want, like their writers. If you have a robot that just writes the shit that's just as funny, you know what I'm saying? They're all out of jobs. That totally will change the game,
And that seems like what is going to happen, because I asked it to write me a commercial, and it wrote me a script. Because I said, write me the script of this commercial with these details, and it nailed it.
Yes, because it has all the information of all those writers combined. No longer does there have to be a whole writer's room. Like for Saturday Night Live, that shit goes down to a computer. And
it almost makes me feel like the Matrix is coming to life.
For sure. Well, I mean, we saw like the Trump versus Biden debates. You know what I'm saying? Like that looks almost real, except it's a little glitchy. Like they already have the technology to do that. Like they're probably fooling us all the time. They've probably been doing it for like the last 10 years.
Yeah, what is that Twitch? If you go to Twitch and you look up Biden versus Trump, you're gonna find this debate that is fueled by AI, and it is prompted by the people that watch this the channel. People pay to be able to have Trump and Biden say what the user or subscriber is saying.
And all the shit is ridiculous and fucking funny.
It really is some of the funniest stuff.
But if they came on and were like, the end of the world is tomorrow, everybody be prepared at 7:00, and it's all like a major like news thing where they like hack the news and it's just them saying it and it's just AI. Like
it could happen.
Could make the world go nuts, and like just riots and shit everywhere. Like they're like, we got one day to live. Like Biden said it. Like,
but would you really need AI to do that job, or could you convince the stupid people of the world to reiterate a story that was made by generated by an AI?
I think they've done that like our entire life. You know what I'm saying? It's always just like their spin on whatever story they want. You know what I'm saying? Like mainstream media only tells you one side of everything, and it's always their side.
Well, if that's what's going on right now, I hope it is, because we have some news stories later on that really put me on edge. I actually grabbed news stories today, and this is the first time in about a year and a half, I think, that I was really...
read them all the way through first?
No. This is the first time that I was kind of worried about the news articles that I found.
Okay. Could you think they're fake, or why are you worried about them? Like, is they're too real? I think it's got to be AI.
Well, no, because of the circumstances that revolve around what the news story is. All this stuff's going to be rolling out because I grab all of my news on Saturday. Usually the news kind of dies out on the weekend. People are doing weekend stuff.
For sure.
But it all comes out on Mondays. So on Monday, you're going to be hearing all about some of these news stories that I'm bringing up later. And the one that I found earlier really kind of is setting me astray kind of mentally a little bit.
All right. That's a good teaser for later on. Now I want to know what it is. Waiting for the news in the second half,
Yeah, that is a wild thing. And, I got something that's coming up pretty soon here, but I wanted to reiterate a theory that you had from many previous episodes and many podcasts that I've had. Up until now, I've talked about this UFO sighting that I've had, and that's huge in the news right now. Everybody's talking about the UFOs and the aliens and all this stuff. I believe I had seen one when I was a child.
Okay.
In the mid 90s, I would have to say. Mid to like, not even to like, it would be just the mid 90s.
The mid 90s.
It was the middle of the 90s
Right.
that I had this this encounter that I believe I had. And you had a theory a couple of episodes ago that you think we were manipulated
I think
mentally.
so. Yes.
So
I stand by that theory.
When you went through, me and you were having a chat back and forth on mobile, whether it was social media or text, you were telling me that you had come up with an idea of what had brought me to the conclusion that I saw a UFO, because you have always debated me on this, and I've known you for a long time, 20 plus years.
Right. And I will still debate you on it, because even if I'm wrong about this theory, there's still like one that is going to disprove this.
Now, everything
bullshit
that's in the
story.
news, do you discredit everything that's in the news also regarding this?
Regarding aliens in general?
Well, regarding the UFOs and the alien stuff.
I don't know. I think what they put in the news looks cheesy and like not real. You know, like the little ETs they found in Mexico and all that. I think it always looks fake, but I don't know. Maybe that's the cover up.
Well, that thing in Mexico was a little weird.
Yeah,
that was
definitely
story.
a fake one. You know. Now the one where the spaceship supposedly landed in the backyard. Like and the cops saw
Mexican
and everything.
kids that called the cops in like El Paso or something, and they said there was a alien in their backyard. That was widely debated, and people dove into that story. It seems kind of far fetched.
It does, but at the same time, like the cop had to be in on that too. Then, because the cop was saying like he saw that shit.
Well, yeah, he said they had multiple calls on that subject, and when they had received all of them calls, they realized that that the kid was just kind of making up a story. So it seemed like it was, I don't know. I was a little thrown off about how that had went.
I'm sorry, I was like doing that.
I completely understand, but
The
like,
struggle's real,
That,
but go
that
ahead, I'm
story,
sorry.
they said that they had the alien in the backyard, but they were too frightened to be able to pull out their phone, and then people had looked into it, and it looked like they said that there was a crop circle, but it looked man-made and all that stuff. I mean,
Right.
it has all of the tales of a hoax.
Yeah, but that's a pretty good hoax to get all the way on the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Those dudes may have seen something, and they looked like they were pretty like real about it. They looked genuine. You know, they didn't look like it was staged or whatever. And it's weird that goes to the video goes black when they go in the backyard.
Well, speaking of, so I have somebody on the line. So I've had this guest on my show several times, and I've also talked to this guest on other podcasts. And I don't know, this story has been widely debated throughout a lot of people throughout my life. And you had this new theory on what you think happened in me and Sierra's life. This is my first best friend in my world, and I share a lot of memories with this person. This is one of my best friends, and we've known each other since we were like 5 years old.
And if this is untrue and you've known her that long, how much other stuff do you think is true that's not? That's a long history.
I don't know.
Of non-truths. You know what
That's a good point. So I'd like to introduce everyone on the line. I have Sierra on the phone.
Hello.
What's up, Sierra?
Hello. So my co-host Jarrod, I've known him since 2002. I've known you since like 1994. Sometime around then, we shared a UFO experience. My co-host Jarrod believes that he listened to our stories and he went through all of the archives, all of the episodes, and all of the podcasts that I've done that explained my side of the story, and he listened to your side of the story. And he came to the conclusion that we were so young that your aunt Shannon manipulated what we saw in the sky that day, and that it was not a UFO, because she actually did send me I had her send me a message via Facebook, and it did seem kind of dry, and when he interpreted it, I seen his side of the story, that it seemed dry and she was holding something back, that it almost seems like we saw a plane in the sky, and she said, there's a UFO. And me and you have lived with this lie.
I don't think so. I know what I've seen.
I feel like that too. Jarrod, how do you feel about this?
I feel like you think you may have known what you've seen, but I'm a father too. And I know when I want to go inside and little kids won't go inside, I want to go watch some TV or something. I'll tell them some lie. I'll be like, dude, there's just something in the sky. Let's run, dude. Let's go.
Dude, that sounds super legit to me, for real.
Grown-ups do that shit. I wouldn't have done it as a kid, obviously, but now that I'm a grown man, I know that shit happens. It's out there.
I feel what you're saying, but I just don't think that's the scenario here.
Well, what I
Shannon
think is,
doesn't even necessarily like talking about it.
Yeah, because she doesn't want us to expose her lies.
Like, oh, it was a UFO, guys. Like, we spent that rest of the night in fear. The way that everybody was in fear. Like,
she traumatized
the whole house
guys.
was like, it was a traumatizing night. Like,
all right, so I heard both the stories though. But let me ask you a question about the situation. How do you guys recollect two different like crafts? You know what I'm saying? He says the lights underneath and like the triangle and things like that. And
I didn't say a triangle.
Round.
I didn't say a triangle. I couldn't see the shape.
Dude, you've been talking. You said you didn't see the shape, but you think it was triangle shaped.
No, I never said that.
That's on recording. I
Nope,
listened to it.
Nope, it's definitely not.
Dude,
not
you've been talking
I
about
would say
this
I definitely
from
seen
episode
circular
1.
shape. I don't know what you have said, but I know what I've seen, and
So
it was a big fucking circle right above us.
I didn't see a circle. What I saw was a thing that was up above the trees in the backyard, and I couldn't see the shape of it because it was so close to the ground.
Massive, yeah. I'll give you that. It was so massive. It was hard
like
to
a
make
football
out,
field.
But
and I only saw the
for
bottom
me,
of it.
I just felt circular, like just the way it went around my entire cusp of vision. It was all just this thing.
I feel it. And maybe you guys did see something, but nobody will ever know because I've took a deep dive into this and went through some UFO sightings around the early 90s, like during that time in Toledo. And there's not much. Like, there's no sightings in the 90s. In, like, 2010 there was. Even back in the 80s there was a few, but, like, nothing at the time. And I forget where he told me. He told me the location you guys were at. And I even looked up that, like, specific location, like, tried to find alien sightings there. Nobody seems to have seen what you guys saw.
4312 Fairview Drive is where I lived in Toledo, Ohio.
There you go.
So I remember when I lived at this address. Is that your daughter?
Yeah.
Tell her we said what's up from No Outlet Live. But no, I lived in 4312 Fairview Drive. When I lived there, I had this experience, and I didn't see a shape. So whatever you think that you heard me say, I definitely did not.
I think you even said it when you told the story on the one podcast you did with,
Mikes and Men. No, I did not.
No. When you were on Dumb's podcast or whatever, and you were explaining it.
Nope, I never said that. It was.
We might have to go pull the tapes.
It was so close to the ground that I was not able to see the shape of what was above me, but I do know that it was silent, and I remember the shapes of.
Or maybe he said the other dude who saw a thing. It was square, or triangle, whatever he said, whatever I said.
Oh no, because I called after a guy had talked about his UFO story.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's exactly what had happened. There was some other guy that saw that in like Texas because he was in the Air Force or something.
Okay.
down
So I
there.
had that part of it mixed up.
Yeah,
I didn't bring
that
my
wasn't me.
information. You guys caught me off guard today. I have, the pin board with the yarn going from one.
Yeah, Sierra. He's been putting together maps and he's been building. Have you ever watched like CSI Miami, where like they're looking for a crime and they have to build like the city on on the desk table,
Yep.
and they recreate everything with like little toys and stuff,
Yep.
like the
Got 'em made out of
Monopoly pieces.
popsicle sticks.
Yeah, little army men on the table.
Exactly. So Jarrod has been trying to put together what truly happened with us that day, and there is a couple of things that really come into play with this, because he made me actually question what I think I remember when he said that Shannon made this up and confused us as children. We all remember it being in a different area, because I remember coming out of your aunt's bedroom balcony, and you remember coming out of my house. And
Have you talked to Sean yet about this, though? Because, like, me and Sean were talking about that.
No, who's Sean? Did
Dude,
he see it also?
That balcony's
Sean
always
is
been out
her
of commission.
uncle.
Nobody's ever used it.
And he saw it too?
he said nobody used your aunt's balcony.
Yeah, nobody used that balcony. It was out of commission. Her bed would have blocked it in the 90s.
My bedroom was the balcony in the 90s in my house, and I know that I never
At
went
your
out
house?
there. Yes, at my house, because I remember not being safe because my grandmother was a serious hoarder, and I wasn't comfortable. I knew what was under that balcony, and I knew that that was not like structurally safe to walk on. But you guys had a railing on yours outside of your balcony.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, there was. There was
All right.
one outside of Shannon's room.
There's more inconsistencies that I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of information.
I'm like
Keep
99%
spitballing.
sure there's no railing, but I know for certain that the roof was caving in. It leaked forever.
Yeah, that
It
was,
leaked right there by the microwave. Don't you remember? That was because the hole on the balcony.
oh man, I don't know, because my house was like that too.
Wait, so which one of you guys said you were coming off a balcony? You did?
We both remember coming off of separate balconies. I remember coming off of her grandmother's house, and she remembers coming out of my balcony.
But both the balconies were broke? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, my house was crazy.
I remember
No,
us being
understandable.
on my
It's Toledo.
grandma's back porch.
Yeah,
now she's saying the back porch.
The back porch, you're right. You and Shannon remember being on the back porch. Because you guys had like a deck outside of the back of your grandmother's house.
Yeah. We had that big porch on the back of the
Okay,
house,
so
like
maybe
right
that's
before
the other thing,
the fence broke and we could get to your yard.
I remember coming out of the balcony and being ripped into the bedroom.
I'm not sure if you're recalling a different incident or something and meshing the two together.
There's
But
no
we
way,
were
because
not
I remember,
allowed.
because
We
I
were
remember
not allowed out there. We would have been getting in trouble.
Is that why I got snatched in there?
Yeah, it wasn't a spaceship. They were like,
It
get the
was
fuck
a
off that
UFO.
porch.
You're like, you little asshole. What are you doing out on this broken ass balcony?
All right. Theory number 2. I think we got that one now, too.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
It's all starting to come together.
No, I really hope that that I would be able to get some word from Shannon, because I'm slightly almost with Jarrod on this one, that I think she was tired of dealing with kids being outside. She wanted to go inside, and she manipulated us into thinking we saw a UFO.
And she didn't expect y'all to be so traumatized. And that's why she's
See,
like,
I
oh,
don't-
shit, I'm going to lie about this.
Her
That
her
doesn't
last
even
message
correspond
to
with
me,
how I remember it. I remember it as being we were playing at your house, and Shannon went to go get us. We were already going in the house. Like, we weren't stalling or moving around or, like, being dickholes about it. We were, like, on our way back to my grandma's house. Like, it was nothing. Like,
Now, Shannon says that we were in the driveway and we looked up and we saw a spaceship. But what she sent me in the message is she was like, oh, there's a UFO. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
And it was just like very dry like that. It was kind of
I'll give you that. It was very, very, very. We gotta get in the house, and like, but I remember just the shove not being as dry.
But the way
shove
she
saying like, you gotta fucking go. Like I just remember her saying it very, very calmly. But at the same time, her body was being very aggressive.
You don't think that there's even a chance that that your aunt had tricked us into thinking and doing a play on our imagination?
I don't. I really.
Oh, early today.
You still there, Sierra? Oh man.
Damn. See? That's the aunt cutting the phone line over there. Like, shut up, dude. Like
even the camera's disconnected. Holy moly.
Like, she's good, dude.
Shannon over there doing work, bro. Hold on. I can't believe this. This is wild. Are you there? Yeah, you're there. Oh man, I can't believe it.
Did we drop the call?
Yeah, so we dropped the call.
Convenient.
That is very convenient that the podcast just kind of the podcast just glitches and we lose our call.
And the cover up continues. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, dude.
I can't believe that worked out in that fashion.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I don't know, man. That is kind of wild that I don't know, things glitch out on my system almost every episode.
But when there's a conspiracy theory going on, I don't know.
I don't.
It's more...
You really did convince me though that that I may have been manipulated with with childhood. You could say a lot of things to a child and really make them believe it. And
oh yeah, dude.
When you brought it up, I had never actually considered that.
Right. Well, and hearing you guys talk right now, it sounds more like maybe that is what went on, because first you guys in the story were both on balconies, running off balconies away from a spaceship.
They remember being on their grandmother's porch.
Okay, yeah, and then it was the porch, right? You see how it gets confusing to somebody who doesn't know the story? And then it was also Shannon, is that the aunt's name?
Yeah, Shannon.
Okay, Shannon said you guys were standing in a driveway, she said. And I don't know if Shannon said that because she ain't really saying much, you know?
She's really
got something, dude. She got something to say, I know it.
I got to get her on, dude.
You have to, dude. You have to convince her, because that's the only way we're truly going to get to the bottom of this.
It really is the only way we could get to the bottom of it, because I have to talk to her as an adult and actually bring up these questions, because you bring up a valid point. You can manipulate a child's mind very easily.
Oh yeah, and I do it all the time. Like when you don't want to do something with your kid, you just make some shit up. You know?
Big daddy moves. Oh shit. So we have a soundbite that's actually on your soundboard that that you asked me a couple of weeks ago what that was. You know that soundbite that says, "What the fuck was that?"
Is it like a screaming one?
Yeah, it says, "What the fuck was that?" That's exactly it, Jarrod.
Okay.
So about 2 years ago, we're about 2 years and 2 weeks from when that clip was aired on this show, and I found the file randomly. I did not expect to find this file of the old videos that I had put on this show that far ago. That's like right when the show started, 2 years ago, around 2001.
Okay.
October, around this time.
What episode?
I don't know what episode that would be. It was in October 10th, 2021.
Okay.
Is when
I have been watching all the old episodes, like just seeing what you guys used to talk about and shit. It's kind of funny, but you come a long way since then, though. I don't know, your topics were art, I guess. Like,
well, one thing that you have noticed about me, one thing you noticed about me was that I've always had a love for fart videos.
Yes, dude, nonstop. Like, at some point, you've done 50 shows now, I think, right? At some point, you just gotta let that one, fade away.
Let me show you where it started on this show.
Okay.
This happened 2 years ago, this month.
Bitch, what the fuck was that?
This fella's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen this video before.
Ripped the most beefy one.
This is the
ever.
OG. This is the first.
And this is real because this is a very old video.
Yes.
This is like the beginning of YouTube era.
She had like one of them giant ass camcorders.
A BlackBerry or a giant camcorder. So other. She had a Boost mobile chirp phone.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that is one of the most hefty beefers
yeah.
I've ever heard.
Like, the disrespect is real.
Dude, it's very real. And how does he actually take it this calmly? This is actually calm.
Because he's still half asleep. You don't know what's going on.
Yes. My reaction would have been actually very different.
Right.
Bitch, what the fuck?
Whoa. That did sound good.
Remix.
Remix. Yeah, but that is where that soundbite came from.
Okay.
Exactly. You hit it. You
chopped
got
and
it.
screwed. Or what's opposite of chopped and screwed?
It's either just chopped or it's just screwed, or it's actually chopped and screwed.
Right.
Good old school hip hop foundation
Hell
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the early 2000s hip hop. So,
right.
One thing that I do have to bring up in this show, let me actually open up my mail. I hope that I sent it. I'm not exactly positive if I actually did or not. So I did. Okay. So I'm coming towards some debt. Also, in other news, Crazy Bone's making it. Crazy
For
Bone
real?
is pulling through.
He turned around?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Let me actually avoid this subject and go straight into Crazy Bone.
Yeah, we want to hear about that, I guess.
Yeah. Instead of my fucking...
Like, because last time, didn't you guys say he was, like, basically dead? So, like, he came back from death?
He was in critical condition
Gotcha.
with...
coming back from death, for sure.
Bleeding lungs, I believe it was.
Do they know what caused all of that, or...
I'm
Obviously,
not exactly
they do if they
sure.
fixed it.
So, in the New York Times, Crazy Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony posts about his health crisis. Never take life for granted and enjoy it while you have it. The rapper wrote on social media, he posted a picture from the hospital saying he had been in a 9-day fight for his life. So he was in the hospital because his lungs had started bleeding from the lymph nodes, I believe is how the story went with that.
Right.
God damn it, I got all these pop-ups. Sweet Jesus. He was in there, and they said he was in critical condition and also on a ventilator, I believe, because he wasn't able to breathe on his own with his lungs bleeding at the amount of which it was. They do say that, like, one drop of water can drown you, and his lungs were actually bleeding internally.
Yeah. That's going to be hard to breathe, I guess. Do they know why? They just don't know why, though, you said, right?
They're probably not releasing it. Right now, of course, I don't vet my stories, and this one just popped up.
Right.
So I definitely did not vet this.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked. Stupid question.
He lives in L.A., and he went to the hospital on September 22nd after coughing up blood. Okay, hold on. I know damn well that I seen that he had recovered, I thought. He's on the road to recovery after battling a life-threatening condition last month. The Grammy award-winning rapper who was hospitalized in late September after reportedly coughing up blood and suffering a bleeding artery in his lung. So the arteries is like where all of your your blood flows from.
Right.
It was in his lung and it burst. He shares a health update according to the Daily News. This is your boy, Crazy Bone.
There he is, man.
It's crazy, man.
Israel.
Aging. Israel.
Right. You ain't lying, because does that really look like him right there?
Oh, man. Daily Mail ain't going to let me read that. He's in the hospital for 9 days, though, and I guess he's recovering.
Nice. We're glad to hear that.
Oh, here we go. ClevelandScene.com. What he has is sarcoidosis. Sarcoidosis-related hospitalization. It's a rare inflammatory disease that he's had for 6 years.
Nice.
So the story just keeps unfolding the more I dig.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy when you vet stories, all you find out?
This one just kind of popped up because I didn't actually want to talk about where I was about to go with the show.
Okay. But, dude, if you would have vetted this story, then you could have told us what sclerodosis is or whatever you said, sclerodosis.
Well, you know what?
We got time right now.
Do you really want to do this?
Okay. Let's go.
New outlet.
So, in No Outlet News, what we have this week says Crazy Bone isn't enticing enough for Jarrod.
I didn't say it wasn't. I said congratulations
I just didn't
on
vet
a
it.
quick recovery.
Let's vet this one, because this one's scary. This is the one that I was talking to you earlier about that's really been playing with my mental a little bit. So, according to the dailymail.com, Putin threatens the West with total nuclear destruction, leaving no chance of survival in the event of a strike on Russia, as he warns his Satan II and flying Chernobyl missiles are ready for use in ranting anti-U.S. speech. He's been getting tired of us fueling the war and paying for Ukraine's weapons. They had flown a drone into Moscow and hit one of their, it was like their Pentagon or whatever. They flew a drone there, and it was proven to be our drone. That was our stuff that we gave the Ukrainians. And now he's saying that there's no chance of survival if we attack him.
That's a problem, right?
That is a serious problem.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck with a bomb named Satan too. That sounds vicious.
Or the flying Chernobyl.
Yeah, like
dude, come on, bro.
When they were naming them, they're like, dude, this shit has to have meaning, intensity. Like,
dude,
they picked good names. That's good names for bombs, dude.
They definitely did. That is very terrifying. I mean, I don't know. I had an episode a long time ago, back when Anthony Miano was on, and I had sent out a message because I knew that I had websites that were ripping my show in Russia. I think it was called KYTube, or forget what it was. It was like a ripoff of YouTube, but it was for the people of Russia. They have their own version, and my show was being ripped And even the description of my episodes is being rewritten by the people at this. It was back when I used to do Stolen Valor. That was a segment on the show where I would find websites that were pirating my show.
And those pirated websites got more views than you did.
They actually did. There was one episode with like 40,000 views.
So maybe you should reach out to those people and be like, "Hey, can I broadcast where you guys are?"
Well, where I was going with this is that I sent out a message to the Russians to let them know that us regular Americans have the same problem with our government that you do. And I still kind of feel that today. I'm a little different. I believe that half of our government is on they are morally correct in what they're doing.
Right.
But then there's a stronger half of them that is not about morals or integrity.
Right, and I think for the most part, like, it's hard to have morals and integrity when there's that much money flowing, when there's that much power. You know what I'm saying?
Power. That's what I was saying. The more powerful side of the government is the ones that don't have the integrity and moral obligations.
Right. Well, because if you're a person seeking power and all that, you're a narcissist. You know, those are the type of people you're going to get trying to get into power and things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, for the longest time, Putin has been explaining his issue with us. And I looked into it a lot. He did like TED Talks about it. Oh, shit, I just kicked my damn camera. But he did TED Talks about it. I think one of them is in this article. We would have to read it.
Oh, because it's subtext or whatever.
Yeah, I think it is subtitled. But he speaks about the weapons that he has. He has a nuclear missile that he could shoot into space, and then when he sends it back down, it opens up into like 30 nuclear warheads, so that we can only attack a couple of them. The rest of them land on target.
Nice.
So he would be able to send one missile out, and then devastate the majority of the country, because we could probably diffuse. We could hit with lasers or something about, I don't know, maybe he sends 15. We could catch 10 of them maybe in the sky.
From like our anti-missile thing, whatever, Star Wars or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But like we have like these laser things that can pinpoint nuclear warheads in the sky and blow them up in like outside of the atmosphere. And they say that would like protect the ground, even though it would cause crazy storms. But it would save the ground impact of a nuclear weapon. But it also hits the sky and then causes like fallout. Either way.
So you're getting something. Like, it ain't just gonna be like, oh, we stopped a bomb over the ocean, no problem, guys.
Yeah, it won't work like that, because it's gonna cause like I'm pretty sure what I researched on is that it causes a huge cloud like a volcano would, that just will travel across the sky and block the sun for months. So we're gonna have fallout with food, being able to go to work. There's going to be complications with ash and like weird atmospheric stuff like radiation and acid. So it really makes things like kind of scary when Putin's starting to actually tell us like, yo, keep funding this. And something's going to happen. And
because should we be funding that? Like, we're fighting that war through Ukraine. Like, we're giving them all the shit to try to do that. Are we on the right side of that? I don't know.
A couple of weeks ago, I just watched 60 Minutes with, what's his name? The president of Ukraine. He is the guy that, what did he do? He came to 60 Minutes and he explained why he needs more money.
Right.
And he was explaining what the battle of Ukraine and Russia is. And it was like, I don't know, I could kind of feel it a little bit, but also I was a little half-hearted on it, because I don't know, something just doesn't feel right about the whole situation because
Right.
they're not NATO. And that's what the whole thing was, is that they were going to join NATO, and that's right on Russia's border. And we had a treaty, and we've been actually disobeying it. I don't know what the terminology should be for that.
Yeah,
but
we've been breaking our treaty with them. And
we've
doing
been
shit we
breaking a
weren't supposed
treaty
to
that
do.
we've had since World War II.
Yeah.
And now Putin's getting mad about it, and I think they're rightfully upset.
I think they could be too, yeah. Like,
and it really sucks that, like, if you're like a TikTok person and you follow anything from Russia, they're complaining about the prices of stuff there, and we're paying about triple, if not quadruple, in our money compared to theirs in our groceries and gas and all this stuff. And they're complaining about it, but we're actually indebted to more.
Right.
So it's been throwing me in turmoil mentally. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to No Outlet Live. Oh, shit. No, but, yeah, I don't know. I've been, like, kind of tossing it up, and I don't know how to really feel about it. I mean, maybe that lightning strike was just a nuclear missile. We're about to die right now.
It could have been like you open up the window and it's just chaos going on outside, but we're just having like an old time in here. Like
zombies, and we're podcasting.
Yeah, right. Like, should have taken that extra time to get the fuck out of here.
Hey, no damn lie, man. Shit's been kind of crazy in the news. How's your week been?
My week? It's been all right. Like, working third shift sucks. I never feel like I live anymore. I just like sleep during the day when shit's going on and then work all night, you know, like wake up for a couple hours before I go in and make dinner.
Dude, I've worked night shift a couple of times, and it really is the worst.
Yeah.
It makes you feel weird because you want to like turn up early in the morning.
Right. Well, your schedule is so off that like you get off and then you try to sleep early during the day, but you can't. So like, I didn't.
Talk about a sound bite.
You know, yeah.
No, I in my life I recently just had I had a raise at work and stuff, but regarding my court stuff, I'm going back on the 18th, and I don't really know how it's gonna go. Public defenders are a weird thing to work with.
Yeah.
Because like they're not super invested. They're already paid. So like they're not fighting for a big paycheck or anything. And,
right. They're just fighting for the best deal, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
they're still probably going to jail.
and that could be going on with me. I'm not exactly positive about what could be or couldn't be.
Right.
But I don't know. But I am making more money, so things are kind of working out a little better in my favor. So I've been
Nice.
I've been fighting this uphill battle with that, and but I'm progressing, and things are working out a little better. Yeah, I don't know. It's
sorry, man. It's unavoidable at this point. Like never again, though.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Oh shit, hold on. Let me make sure I'm set up. Damn it.
The show will be right back. No, seriously. Not like the time your dad left for cigarettes.
I'm that kid whose father went out for a pack of cigarettes, and he never came back.
No Outlet Live.
Guardian Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
Are you looking for a place to have custom t-shirts made for your business? Well, we have the place for you. Flathouse Press works with 100% eco-friendly material for all of you conscious folks. They can also put out orders in a fraction of the time large-scale competitors can. They are a fun, locally grown Cleveland original company. Go to flathousepress.com and check out the variety of party toys, headbands, and clothing in their catalog.
What's up? Jay Remy here, host of No Outlet Live. Are you considering or curious about how you could start your own podcast? Join Anchor. Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast for free. Monetize your podcast, one-click distribution, record from anywhere on the app, and they have unlimited free hosting. Download Anchor on the App Store or Google Play. Anchor, podcasting made easy.
of our loved ones always die in December. I miss the night times that I can't remember. Venom-filled veins and stone-cold sedation. Drugs are amazing and I fucking hate it. Kick the dirt off from your heels, darling. There's hell inside of these eyes. Let's lose ourselves around the cold rings of Saturn tonight. Fade away deep down into the depths. I wanna be swept out to sea. Life can seem like an ill-conceived illusion. There's no solution for some sicknesses. My soul turns to stone and I sink into the abyss. Chasing pipe dreams has its drawbacks. And without you, the world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you.
Oh, sorry. Did we keep you waiting like the bartender when you want to close your tab? Well, welcome back to No Outlet Live.
No Outlet News. So 50 Cent recently explained why he doesn't like to party with Diddy. What's up?
The nigga Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get stout. Then he was like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it? Like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Puff. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said?
Fans of quintessential hip-hop and mainstream 90s music will undoubtedly be familiar with the legacy of Criss Cross, the teenage rap duo that took the music world by storm in the early 1990s. Chris Mac Daddy Kelly and Chris Daddy Mac Smith were only 13 years old when they were first discovered in an Atlanta mall by super producer Jermaine Dupri, who was just a teenager himself at the time.
When I met them, I said, "What do y'all do?" Light-skinned Chris said, "We just cool."
After Dupree discovered Kelly and Smith in 1990, he told the New York Times, "They reminded me of myself when I was younger. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I knew it would be something." Things took off pretty quickly after that. Soon after meeting, the trio produced a demo tape, and not long after that, Kelly and Smith signed their first contract with Rough House Records. It didn't take long for them to taste success either, with Jump debuting on February 6, 1992, the first single from their album Totally Crossed Out. It was a hit to say the least, spending 8 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The enormous success of Jump was in part down to some savvy marketing too, with writer-producer Dupree not only sampling the Jackson 5's I Want You Back, but also having Criss Cross wear their clothes backwards, which would soon become their signature look. In explaining their style, Smith had said, "Crisscross means up is down, left is right, and the inverse is the adverse." Meanwhile, in 1992, Kelly had told the New York Times that the concept
Hunters in Brazil claim to have killed an elusive chupacabra, also known as the goat sucker, that is reported to have been a problem for local farmers. News.com has learned that the hunters filmed the deceased creature and shared the footage online. Video appears to show a creature with human-like hands, razor-sharp teeth, and a body roughly the size of a large monkey, according to the Daily Star. Hunters explained that they encountered the chupacabra while hunting wild boar on the outskirts of town. They claim to have chased the creature, and their hunting dogs fought with it before one hunter shot it. The video was filmed as proof that the chupacabra did exist and was now in fact dead. Not everyone is convinced that the creature is a legendary chupacabra. Some skeptics believe it could be the decomposing body of a howler monkey, which is native to the forests of South and Central America. Howler monkeys are
New Outlet.
You gotta be kidding me.
I didn't realize.
We've been doing this show the whole time.
I know.
This whole time without the mics on.
Nah, for real?
Yeah, we have.
And they put it on there 25 minutes ago. I just happened to look over it. I was like, oh, wait a second.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, thank you.
Holy moly. Damn. So we've been just sitting here talking to the wind.
Right. Well, I usually see them comment, and I just wait for a little bit to like look at it because I'm like, whatever. They're just talking shit. It's cool. Like,
damn. The one time that I really failed. Well, at least they didn't hear my neighbors.
Right. No, you guys missed a great show.
Yeah, you did.
The best one. You're never gonna hear anything like it again.
Damn, I apologize. So
this shit's been off the rails.
We're
all
talking
day.
about Shakira and her tax fraud, and that her father possibly had been the one that was a conservator of her money throughout her life, and it's very possible that Shakira was dealing with the same stuff as Britney Spears. And I don't know. She's like a Topanga of my childhood.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it's hard for me to point the finger at her and like really.
You act like it's your girlfriend. You're like, I know she's a bad person.
I love her.
I just love her.
I love her. The hips don't lie, bro.
Right. They do not.
Damn, I am so salty about the fucking sound thing.
Shit happens.
Yeah, I guess it does. Fuck me.
I don't even remember what we were talking about before the Shakira thing.
Me neither. But it's gone in the ether forever.
Well, the video is still there, right?
We still got some video.
All right, I'm going to show you how to make a McDonald's cheeseburger. First, you get your bun, then you get your meat, then you put your cheese on, then you toss it in the microwave. All right, should look something like this. Then you put your pickles on, but you got to make sure that they're all in one bite. Then you got to put a little mustard on. Then you got to put some ketchup. Then you put your top bun on. Make sure you kind of slide it across. Now this is the most important part. Make sure you have a lot of ketchup in your hands and smear it pretty much everywhere when you make this. Wrap it up. Make sure it's nice and good. There you go. McDonald's cheeseburger.
Tell me that's not the fucking truth.
Well, I just ate 3 double cheeseburgers before I got here, and every single one I got ketchup all over my fucking hands. So I'm with you.
Dude, I love the videos that show you how it's made.
Yeah.
Those are the greatest.
The behind the scenes, it makes you not want to eat there anymore.
Now, there's this lane of videos that I've been finding on TikTok that says there's a way to get rid of headaches and concussion pain and stuff.
Okay.
But there's a lot of doctors. There's a lot of doctors that are saying to not do this. But this has been done on UFC fighters. I'm kind of torn. Tell me what you think about this. This is chiropractic.
And then whenever you're ready, big breath in and close your lips.
Holy shit. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh.
Now, there's this thing that they put. It's a balloon way up in your nose.
Okay.
And then they have a pump at the bottom, like how they do check your blood pressure.
Yeah.
He puts the deflated balloon way up in your nose, and then he inflates it with this hand pump.
Oh, nice.
And it opens the balloon in your head.
Nice.
They say that it's chiropractic for your skull and your brain.
All right.
And it can get rid of migraines. It can get rid of concussions. But a lot of doctors are saying this is going to ruin the organs inside of your head.
But why? Do they have a specific reason, or they're just saying don't do that shit?
They're just saying don't do it because it'll cause there's all kinds of things. I was reading stuff about people saying you'll start bleeding out of your eyes and your ears.
Okay.
It'll blow up your
legitimate health concern.
It'll explode your sinus cavity. They say it can do things to your brain.
Well, that shit looked like it didn't feel good at all.
But a lot of this guy says that
does he just jump up after this and go like, "Oh, I'm better, like I feel good," or is it?
So listen.
Holy cow. I don't know how to describe that, but I got major instant release for the headaches.
You mean you don't have the headache now?
No, but I feel like the other side needs it, even though it was torture.
No, we have to do both sides.
Oh.
Did you hear cracks?
Big time.
Tell us what it felt like or sounded like.
It felt like bubble wrap just like ripping up in my just more release
my
just
head
came out.
His eyes start bleeding.
Yeah, dude. Like, isn't it crazy?
Yeah, that doesn't seem like that seems pretty dangerous, dude. I don't know if I'd be interested in anything like that because if it's under like the practice of chiropractors or whatever, like those aren't real certified doctors.
They're fake.
You go and get a certificate or whatever for it, but it's not like a doctorate or whatever, like anything that has to do with being a doctor. Like if they hurt somebody, they just hurt somebody.
Joe Rogan looked deep into this, and he said that chiropractic practice was invented in like the 1890s by some guy that thought it was like a magical way to completely fix all of your ailments, and then his nephew murdered him and took the idea of it turned it into what today's chiropractic procedures are, and it became like this pseudoscience.
No shit. So at first it was the real shit, and the dude was like, "No, we can't get this out here." Like,
no, dude was like, "I can make a lot of money off of this."
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm about to be snapping all kinds of backs to fix people.
Yeah, right.
You know,
they call me the backbreaker.
But this one, they inflate a balloon in your head.
Do they do the other side?
Yeah. Did you hear your ears pop too?
Yeah, ears, and then like everything around the brain, just like.
He's talking slow
and
all
so
retarded.
Let's do the other side, okay? You're gonna hold on to floppy, and I'm gonna just place this in like this. And whenever you're ready, you're gonna open your mouth and hold your breath, and then close your lips. Good.
Yeah, that is, dude, I've stumbled upon this lane of videos that I don't know how to feel about it. I've watched like UFC fighters get this after being slumped.
Well, do we have an update video, a part 2 on this guy? Like to see what happened later. That'd be cool, you know. Like at least bring up his obituary. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Who said have kids? It's bedtime.
Yes.
That's the meltdown I was trying to avoid before we went to break.
Bro,
I'm like
this
trying to be
kid
nice.
has like the movie villain, like,
Yeah, right.
Look at him.
Like it should be raining right now. Like,
dude, he has the greatest like dramatic scene here.
all right. Like he just ran up on his uncle who got shot outside the library or whatever.
Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben! Kids are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
And then last but not least, I have, are you hip to Hasbulla?
That doesn't sound familiar.
There's this person that's been famous. The kid's like, he's in his late 20s, maybe his early 30s. He's around my age, but he's about the size of your daughter.
Oh, okay.
And
he's like little people.
Yeah, he's like different. Like he's like a child.
Oh,
but he's an adult. And,
nice.
Like he has a child voice.
Like the baby from Who Stole Roger Rabbit.
You definitely know Hasbulla. Hold on, let me pull up pictures of Hasbulla for you. I know you've seen this guy.
Oh, he actually looks like a baby.
Yeah, he looks like a baby.
No way, because I think I've seen a video of that baby drinking a beer.
Yeah, he drinks. he drinks. He be chilling with.
That's
like,
not real,
dude. He chills with like Mike Tyson and all the UFC fighters and shit.
That's not real,
dude. He's real. He's very real, dude.
What
look
disease
at him.
is that?
Look at this guy. It's the opposite of Benjamin Button.
You're right. He's like 30 something. You said,
dude. He's an adult.
Jesus Christ! Talk about like people like you look so young.
So are you hip to Barstool Sports?
Yeah, of course.
There's this guy that the dude with the ponytail and the mustache. That he has the best interviews ever. They're so funny. Him and Theo Vaughn had like the best.
Is it the one where they edit it so it looks like real awkward? They make them feel real awkward toward each other and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy, I think he wasn't positive whether that was a child or an adult.
Yeah, right. So how do you talk to a person like that? You're like, I don't know.
How do
I don't
you
wanna get in trouble?
How do you interact with a person like this?
Yeah, right. How does he interact when it comes to like trying
not
to
like this? Did you see this?
That's a real dude. Wait, he even talks like a baby and everything?
Yes. And
I'm so intrigued by this dude.
And he smacked the dog shit out of this guy for picking him up like that.
Yeah, dude, I would too. Like,
that is insane too. Like, Mike Tyson put this guy on his lap and kissed his cheek.
And then he punched Mike Tyson?
No, he didn't fuck with Mike Tyson.
Dude, I want to
like
see Mike Tyson swing back. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me find you this video. This is crazy because Mike Tyson doesn't know that this is an adult.
Nobody knows it's an adult?
Most people do.
Well,
I guess some people don't.
I didn't. I didn't even know who this dude was, but if I ever seen him on the street, I'd just think it was a baby. A dude. Like, what if Starla was like 30 right now? Like, how she looks right now, just yelling at me, like talking shit.
Do he knows how to dance?
No.
He said, "Wow, that hurt."
Look at him. He kissed him on his neck.
Yeah, he thought that was a little boy. Like he was dying to piss on that dude if he was 30.
Why'd they give Tyson donkey teeth?
I'm not taking the abuse, okay?
Look, he said no. Yeah, so Hezbollah, dude, he's like the dude's a sensation. I love that guy.
That's amazing. I didn't know that dude existed. But you're punching Mike Tyson in the face, like,
Dude.
like treating you like a baby.
And Mike Tyson said that hurt.
I know. He's like, that shit hurt. All right, don't mess with Hezbollah.
Definitely
We just watched him fuck up Tyson. That was as epic as watching like Ant do his move on the punching bag. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, stop it. And with that being said, this has been another episode of No Outlet Live. Sorry about the missing audio for a moment. We will see you next week with a great guest, and I promise you I will not miss the audio on that episode. We'll see you next week. Peace.
We'll see you next time. This has been No Outlet Live.